Hey y'all, it's your girl Leah and I'm back with another video. And y'all know I got my wine, so I'm back for another story time.
I'm the highest in the room. Hope I make it out of here. Ain't stressing about the loot.
Alright y'all, so let's get straight into the story time. So for this video is gonna be called Take Me Out The Group Chat. Y'all, I thought about this story time because literally my birthday is coming up. And I'm like, I want to have something with my friends, but I started thinking about this story time and I'm like, oh, should I go down that route again or what? But I'm gonna just get straight into the story. So I turned 18 in July, and literally life started moving so fast before then because it was like prom, graduation, birthday. Like, you're officially 18, you're officially grown. Like, life was just moving so fast. Like, so fast for me. So I was stressing because I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do for my birthday. And my sister, she was like, I'm gonna take you and two of your friends out for your birthday. I'm gonna take y'all to Philly. I'm gonna pay for the room. Just get your friends, bring them to the house on a Friday, and we're gonna leave at this time. She was like, I don't care what friend you invite, which, two little friends you're gonna invite, just had their ass at the house. So I'm like, okay, cool. So y'all, I hit up two of my friends and we gonna name them Stacy and Jasmine. So Stacy and Jasmine, they were both my best friends. They had never met before. So I was excited. Like, okay, two of my favorite beaches is gonna be in the same room together. Cool. And I usually, my friends, they are just like me. Like, so I'm like, they're definitely gonna get along. Like, it's gonna be great weekend. I'm like, the last one is her 18. We're gonna have fun. So I hit up Stacy. I met Stacy in high school. She ended up transferring schools later on. And Jasmine, I have been best friends with Jasmine since a child, since 10 years old. So that was like my ace right there. So me, and Stacy, she is more like very quiet. Jasmine is more like, she likes to fill the room, but she is definitely like, you can feel her presence when she walks in the room because she's funny. Like, that's just how she is. So I'm like, okay, this should be good because they both act like me. They're going to get along. So I told them, like, hey, y'all, like, my sister wanted me to invite two of my friends and I want y'all to come. So they're like, okay, cool. What time you want us to be there? I'm like, come at this time. I don't remember what time they had to be there. So Stacy ends up showing, we're going to fast forward because nothing else matters after that. Stacy ends up coming to my house first. Now, mind you, when Stacy came to my house, I'm telling her, like, girl, I can't wait for you to meet Jasmine. Like, this is my best friend since like a kid. And mind you, Stacy knew of her because, of course, I would be talking about Jasmine to her and stuff like that. She's like, girl, I can't wait to meet her either. Like, you love her. Like, that's been your best friend since like 10 years old. And, me and Stacy, we have been best friends since like freshman year of high school. We are always together. Like, we were always together during a week. Once she had moved, we wasn't always, seeing each other like that. Of course, she would come over and stay the night, but she ended up moving to like a whole nother state. But whenever she would come visit, she would stay at my house. So, and I was happy to see her because she just had her graduation. I wasn't able to make it and things like that. So we was catching up. And then my best friend Jasmine, she pulls up and we get excited. I'm introducing them. Jasmine, she ends up like, she's her normal self, jokey. And Stacy and her just naturally like click. We're all talking. We waiting for my sister to come. We get in a car. My sister comes. We ride out to Philly. It was cool. It was a vibe, y'all. So, y'all, we get inside the hotel. And, of course, there's only 2 beds. And right off the bat, I could see Stacy's face. Mind y'all, Stacy she's very much chill. Like, she's a chill, calm person. She's not gonna really do too much. And that is the side of me that, like, when I first meet people, that's how I am. Like, very calm, I'm very chill, I'm not gonna do too much. That's just how I am. But Jasmine is more so like my my funny side, my goofy, like I know you well enough to be myself side. Like that's Jasmine for me. So it's just funny how they just have both of my personalities. But Jasmine is more so like she don't take no shit. And that's me. Like if I don't like you, I don't like you. Like that's how Jasmine is. So when we get in the room, of course there's two beds and I'm like, all right, who wants to share a bed? And Jasmine didn't say nothing, Stacey didn't say nothing, but Stacey's face, because I know her so well, is giving like, bitch, I'm not sharing a bed. So I was like, all right, Jasmine, we could stay in the bed together or whatever. And Jasmine's like, all right, girl, like, I don't care. Like, it don't really matter to me. We probably won't be sleeping anyways. We here to turn up. We gonna have a good ass time. And Stacey was like, yeah, because I was not trying to share a bed. Jasmine was like, okay, like, so what? Like, either way, I don't understand why Stacey would have even said that, because either way, neither one of y'all, like, y'all wouldn't have been sleeping in the bed together. Y'all don't even know each other. And I would never be like, oh yeah, well, I'm sleeping in the bed by myself because it's my birthday. Like, who's doing that? Like, girl, if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. If she fall asleep, she fall asleep. It does not matter. So I'm looking at Stacey like, okay, but change the subject. Jasmine, I could look in her face and I was like, girl, strike one. So we was talking and stuff like that. And of course, girls, we y'all, it gets, it gets crazy early in this story. So, girls, we start talking or whatever. And Jasmine brings up this boy. We gonna call him we're gonna call him Jeffrey. Oh my god, I don't know why I thought about that. We're gonna call him Jeffrey. So she was like, girl, you be still talking to Jeffrey? And I was like, no, I don't talk to him like that or whatever. Like, he hit me up the other day. We got into it. And I don't think I really want to mess with him. Now, mind you, Jeffrey and I wouldn't say we was really like a thing, but we was talking. We was talking. And I think he felt some type of way because he wanted to go to my prom with me. And y'all, Jeffrey was older, like already graduated. He was like a freshman in college. He was running track. Like, I just didn't understand. I'm like, I don't know. I've always been that type of person. Like, I think I had always had like a mature mindset, because my thing is that we're not a thing, but you want to be at my prom. So I was off him. Like, why you want, ain't that kind of kiddie for you? Like, I don't know. I think he thought we was more than what we was. And it was also weird because like in high school, whatever, I used to have a little thing or whatever. And he knew about the boy. And I felt like he was always like trying to like make it seem like he was always trying to be seen with me so the boy could see him. And I'm like, that ain't gonna happen. But anyways, she asked me about Jeffrey and I was like, yeah, girl, I have not talked to him. Like, I didn't went to prom with two of my best friends. I ain't really messing with Jeffrey like that. But he been trying to be on my line, and it was crazy. As she's asking me about him, Jeffrey calls me, y'all. So I'm like, oh my God, this is him right now. I'm not going to answer. Because I was trying to play big and bad. But yeah, I ended up not answering. So I'm like, girl, yeah. I was like, but do you still talk to Ricky? We're going to call the friend Ricky. I don't know why I came up with that, because it fits him perfectly. So I'm like, you still talking to Ricky? So she was like, girl, stop playing with me. Like, ew, no. Like, no, I do not talk to him. No, none of that. So mind you, Stacey, she's not really talking, but I told her about Jeffrey before, and she know a little bit about Jeffrey, and she was just like sitting there just listening or whatever. I'm like, girl, she used to talk to this boy named Ricky, and she was like, stop saying talk. I did not talk. Like, it was not really like, she was like, he was cool, but he not really my speed. Like, Jasmine, like, girl, weird, like, just like, no, stop. So Stacy was like, Ricky, like what he looked like. So we both started describing him and laughing about it. Like we talking about his looks. Like we describing him like, oh, he Puerto Rican. He got long hair. Like we just describing him like, yeah, he be wearing stacked jeans. He be looking crazy. Like, girl, just a hot mess. He play basketball. Like he kind of like known for that or whatever. Girl, he little, he short. And that's the main reason why Jasmine didn't like him, because he was kind of short. Like they was eye level. Now Stacy, she's tall too. She like, I know him. Like, and I was like, how you know him? Because mind y'all, Stacy moved out of town. So I'm like, how you know him? She ain't never meet Jeffrey. And Jeffrey and Ricky was best friends. So I'm like, how you know him? Because I'm trying to figure out, like, you know my man too? Because you don't even live out here no more. So this whole time I've been talking about him. What you got going on? So she was like, I know him. So I'm like, how you know him? So mind you, now at this point, I'm at the edge of the bed with it. Like, how you know him? Like, girl, because he not even, I wouldn't even say like well known. I think sports wise, like other dudes would know him, but girls knowing him, he wasn't that popping. Like he wasn't, it wasn't giving that. So she was like, oh, because I talked to him. So I was like, you talked to Ricky? I said, so if you know Ricky, then you know Jeffrey. So she was like, I mean, I've heard him talk about him, but I don't like talk to him. I was like, girl, Ricky used to talk to Jasmine. Well, you know, they was talking, and Ricky was just on a date with me and my cousin, like before. And she was like, when was this? And I was like, this is weird. Like, you know, I started feeling like, okay, this is weird that I'm explaining. I have to break this down to you. Like, why, as your best friend, why are you not telling me who you talk to? Like, you telling me you talk to this person from my town that you don't live in anymore, and I'm just now finding out as your best friend who talks to you every single day? Yeah, weird. Like, I don't know. I tell my homegirls everything. Like, I don't care. I'm telling them. Even if that man just DM'd me, I'm telling my best friend. So for the fact that you saying that you talked to him, you've been talking to him, girl, let me give you the rundown. So Jasmine, like, you've been talking to him. Like, what do you mean you've been talking to him? And Jasmine was just like on some concern stuff. Like, honestly, she didn't like really like Ricky like that. I don't even know if they even kissed or not. Like, honestly, I can't even tell you that. But I know for a fact that Ricky, he liked my cousin. Like, he was feeling her. We went out on like a double date. Like, girl, this was recent. Like, so how long you been talking to him? 2 days? Had to be. So Jasmine, like, girl, he still be hitting my phone up. Like, sometimes he be calling me. And she was like, okay. Stacy was just looking at her like, okay, like, what are you telling me for? I'm like, you don't care about that? She was like, we've been talking for a while. I mean, like, it's not really like a big deal. So I'm like, what do you mean, like, y'all been talking for a while? Like, I'm like, you're cutting it short. Like, I'm trying to figure out, like, how are you talking to him and, like, you haven't told me? I don't know. Am I weird for that? Am I weird? Because I think... And the reason why is because, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, do you be around him? And I don't know, because my man is, like, best friends with the person you're talking to. And I wouldn't even say my man, because the person I'm talking to is best friends with him. So, y'all, I could tell that it bothers Stacy, the fact that, like, I'm telling her, like, oh, he used to talk to Jasmine. He used to talk to my cousin. And she just looked annoyed. So Jasmine, I'm like, show her the messages. Like, I don't think she believe us. Because mind you, she's just sitting there quiet. And I was thinking, you know, I'm just being a good friend. Like, I don't want you to get played. And girl, it's not that. Because I've seen him in other people's DMs. Like, I've seen the messages of him. He's very thirsty, girl. Like, I'm just saying, like, you think you got a prize, girl, you might want to return your gift, because no. So Jasmine starts showing her phone. She's like, yeah, girl, like, he is weird. Like, you know, showing her, like, girl, like, we could find you better. All this type of stuff. Like, girl, weird. Showing her. Girl, and Stacy is not budging. Like, she looks annoyed. She looks aggravated with the both of us. And I'm just looking like, girl, okay, let's just get off the topic, because you're clearly annoyed. You're bothered by the fact that you talk to a weirdo. Like, and I know him for a fact. Like, what the fuck? Eventually we just changed the topic because Stacy is clearly hurt by this whole thing, and I'm just like, whatever. So Jasmine like, all right, girl, let's get ready to, you know, we about to go outside, we about to turn up. And mind y'all, my birthday is 2 days before 4th of July, so everybody in the grandmama was outside. Okay, so we getting cute, mind you, looking crazy as life. Cause, you know, we had on booty shorts. We was skinny minis back in the day, okay? So we looking crazy. We go outside, we having a ball. People is just like talking to us, you know, thirsty, standing outside, talking to us. So we outside, we just messing with people. This one boy tried to like talk to me or whatever. We was like talking to him, just cracking jokes, me and Jasmine. Stacy is giving like very annoyed. Ever since we brought up the whole thing with Ricky, she's just giving very annoyed. But y'all, I was texting Jeffrey on the low, like, hold on. I'm like, Ricky got a girlfriend? Because I'm trying to figure out what's going on with my best friend. Is this really a thing? Is this the same Ricky? Like, because Stacey ain't giving no information. She being stingy. And I'm just like, girl, I want to know the tea, because I'm trying to figure out, like, girl, Ricky be riding in the car with Jeffrey all day, like he his bitch, and you telling me that you mess with Ricky. Like, it be giving Jeffrey and Ricky together for real. Like, at some point I had to question, like, are y'all a thing? Because y'all always together. So I'm like, girl, you being stingy with the information. I'm trying to figure it out. Like, maybe that was the nosy in me. But I feel like as her best friend, I'm trying to figure out, like, girl, I don't want you to get played. I don't want you. And y'all, I left this out. But Stacy is like a hopeless romantic. Like, she loves love. Like, it's so easy for her to fall in love. She's very gullible. That's just how she is. Like, once she likes a man, head over heels over that man. Like, that's just how she is. And I hated that about her, because I will always be like, girl, let it go. Like, let it go. If she would be in a relationship with a man, or not a man, because it was a boy back then, I would just be like, girl, you are in too deep into this. Like, let it go. But it was just because, like, she just loves hard, and that's just how she is. And like, once she's off of you, she's just done with you. So I know how she is, and I'm just like, girl, I don't want you to get too deep into this, and you don't even live out here no more. It don't make sense to be even communicating with him. But anyway, she just looked annoyed the whole night. So we was talking to this boy. He was trying to like talk to me. I don't know. He was on the phone with some celebrity. I honestly, personally, I'm not a groupie. I really feel like celebrities are just like us. So I didn't care. It was some rapper. He had like this hot song, and he was like, oh, I'm trying to talk to her, whatever. Can you tell her happy birthday? He told me happy birthday, y'all. I was like, thank you. Next. But the boy who had the phone or whatever, my friends, they smoked. So they was like, oh, you know who got, that stuff? They like, yeah, we got the grass or whatever. And we're gonna call it grass, because I don't know what else to call it. So they like, yeah, he like, yeah, I got the grass or whatever. And I also got these edibles if y'all want some or whatever. I don't smoke or eat edibles. I don't do that. So they ended up getting the edibles and getting the grass from the boy or whatever. So he ended up being like real cool. And he had his friends. He was like, oh, my homeboys is actually like about to pull up. So, 18, we outside, we chilling, we vibing. And the boys, as we're talking to the boys end up pulling up. So Jasmine, she looking, she like, oh shit, like, okay, your friends is fine. Stacy, she's starting to come out her shell a little bit. But I'm looking at Stacy like, girl, don't do too much. You was just telling us in the room you had a man now. But you better act like you got that man. Because if I see a whole nother side of you, I'm trying to figure out like what you got going on. So she looking, I see her looking at one of the friends or whatever, and they, we was just talking, conversating. It was just like, it was cool. It felt like we had known those boys like forever. Like we didn't even know them. They was cool. We was walking around. Honestly, we were so young that we wasn't even really trying to get into clubs for real, because was freshly 18. Like literally all of us was like freshly 18. We ain't never been in a club before, so this was like a new scene for us. We was just happy to just like walk the strip, getting to know new people. And my sister, she was older, so she was giving us liquor. So we was just drinking. And Stacy, she wanted to take the edible, and honestly, y'all, I took the edible too. And y'all, disgusting. Can you say nasty? So I don't know. It was a cool night. Like that night was perfect. Y'all, fast forward the next day, we up getting ready, and I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I called Jeffrey. I'm like, Jeffrey, like, mind you, I'm in the bathroom, but they're in the room. I'm in the bathroom and they're in the room, and I got the phone on speaker, and I'm like, Jeffrey, really talk to somebody, because you ain't never answered my message yesterday or whatever. He was like, I think so. Why the hell are you asking me? Like, what attitude or whatever? I'm like, because I think that he's talked to one of my friends, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. So he was like, what do you mean talk to like one of your friends? Like, you talking about Jasmine? I'm like, no, I'm talking about a friend that don't even live out here no more, and I'm trying to figure out what the is going on, because yeah. Maybe I was being a little nosy now that I think about it, because I feel like, why didn't I leave that situation alone? But honestly, I just didn't. I think because I knew Ricky personally, and I did not want her, because I know her, to be talking to that kind of guy. Like I don't know what he, told her he was like, but I know the real him, and I don't know. I think I was just being a concerned friend, because honestly, like, I just didn't want her to get hurt. Like I said, Jasmine is a lover girl, and once she falls, honey, she falls. So he was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm like, okay, just check in or whatever, because I'm hoping and praying it is the wrong Ricky. So y'all, get out the bathroom, and I'm like, good morning, y'all, like all happy and stuff like that. And y'all, Stacy is looking at me. She's like, who you was on the phone with? And I was like, girl, I was on the phone with Jeffrey. Why? What's going on? She was like, I don't know. Like, I heard you asking him a question. So Jasmine was like, like this, like, oh Lord, like, please let's not talk about Ricky. Like, Jasmine's over. She's like, girl, we gave you the information. We already let you know. So Jasmine's like, all right, like, cut the conversation. She's like, all right, let's go get downstairs and get ready for breakfast. So I'm like, yes, I was just about to ask y'all, like, let's go get breakfast or whatever. So y'all, we get dressed. We start getting ready. We go downstairs to get breakfast or whatever. And y'all, we order our food. We start eating. And my sister ends up calling. She's like, what y'all doing today? We tell her like the whole breakdown, like, girl, we about to go roam the streets again, eat, and have a good time. Cool. Y'all, we at the table, literally hang up with my sister, and Stacy was like, what did you ask Jeffrey? So I'm like, I asked him if Ricky talked to somebody. She was like, why would you do that? And I was like, why wouldn't I do that? Y'all, we are literally at this breakfast table, and she's like, why would you do that? And I was like, because I did. I was like, because Ricky and Jeffrey are best friends, and I'm trying to figure out why my best friend didn't tell me that she talked to Ricky. Like, why you didn't talk to him? She was like, girl, I told you, we just started talking. Like, it's not that deep. And I was like, I understand. But I'm telling you as your best friend that Ricky was just talking to my cousin. So if he's talking to, if he's been talking to you, then why is he talking to my cousin? And she was like, I don't know, like with an attitude. And Jasmine was just like, girl, it just seemed like you just got an attitude with us over what Ricky be doing, and I don't understand. Like, she's like, you just been like real uptight about it. And Stacey was like, I don't think so. I don't think I've been uptight about it. Like, she got an attitude behind it. And I was just like, okay, let's not talk about it again. How about this? We won't bring up Ricky. We won't bring up Jeffrey. I won't ask. Whatever you tell me, I'll go with what it is. But I'll let you know what it was, and just know that you're not the only one. That's what I said, and that's what I left it at. Honestly, I was just telling her the truth, because that was what the truth was. And if I feel like that's how I would want my friends to break it down to me. You ain't the only one, friend. You get what I'm saying? And I don't think that I'd done it in a disrespectful way. I think it was, honestly, we were all very young, and I feel like it was like, I guess it was weird because it was coming from Jasmine and she didn't know her. But even if Jasmine wasn't there, I would have kicked it to her the same exact way, because, girl, what? But yeah, so we ate. We ended up going upstairs, getting ready to go about our day. The rest of the day was cool. Like, it was cool up until the nighttime, y'all. So we had been taking shots again. My sister was giving us like little frozen drinks. We was kids, so anything got us toe up. And we was outside, and I had planned to get my belly button pierced that night. So after we got my belly button pierced, we was outside, and we was sitting down. We was like taking like little drinks and stuff, taking little shots. And Jasmine was like, ooh, we should go to like a lounge or something. But she was like, you already know how it go. The rule is like, if one of us swinging, we all swinging. And y'all, that's just how me and Jasmine grew up. Like, me and Jasmine, that's how we are. Like, one swing, we all swing. And we've been in that situation plenty of times together, and we know that we gonna ride for each other. And I was like, girl, like, Stacey is not like that. Like, Stacey don't fight. And I didn't say it in like a rude way or anything. I was just like, Stacey don't fight. Like, she not a fighter. And Jasmine was like, I don't care. If one swing, we all swing. Like, you may not be a fighter, but you better be a fighter if somebody hit me. So, or if somebody hit you, I would hit them. So Stacey was like, well, I'm just not a fighter. Like, if y'all want to fight, then y'all can fight, but I don't fight. And I already knew that about Stacey, so it wasn't shocking to me that that's how she is. And I don't never expect nobody to fight for me. And I know my friends that are fighters, and I know my friends that are not fighters. You get what I'm saying? She's a non-fighter. Jasmine was not messing with that. She was like, girl, like I said, if you do not swing for me, I will swing on you. And I was like, okay, all right. all right. And Stacey was like, I don't understand why that bothers people. Like, if I'm not a fighter and y'all want to get into it with people, then do that. She was like, so you would let somebody like walk up on you and hit you? Like, I'm confused. Like, what? She was like, I just don't understand. Like, this is weird. Like, I don't get it. This whole thing is weird. She was like, I think you're really mad because of the whole Ricky situation. And now you just got this attitude all day. And, oh, I forgot to mention. So earlier that day when they had got the edibles, it was like, I think they thought it was 2 bags left of the edibles, but it wasn't. And Stacey left the edibles she took it out of the bag and she left it on the counter all night. And something happened with the edible to where it melted or something on the counter in the hotel room. And Jasmine was like, why did you take it out of the bag? Like, why did you take it out if you knew you wasn't going to eat it? And Stacey looked at her like, I didn't know I did that. Like, it was by accident. And Jasmine was like, okay, well, it's stuck on the counter. Can you clean it up? And Stacey was like, well, I'll get to it when I get to it, like that. And that rubbed Jasmine the wrong way. So now we all having this conversation outside, like sitting down on a little stoop. It is pissing her off because she's feeling like girl, you've been having this attitude. Like when we was in the car, when we first met, you was cool. And honestly, like, I'm not the type, I'm never gonna watch my friends argue. So I'm like, no. Like, chill out. Like, let's chill. Like, let's change the topic, like, or whatever. And I don't know. I think Stacy, honestly, she just changed a lot. Like, when we went on the birthday trip, like, she just wasn't her normal self. Normally it does take a while for her to open up, but I do think that the whole Ricky thing really, like, put a shift. Like, she had her guard up the whole entire time. Like, she just was acting weird, and I never seen her act like that before. So I was just like, okay, me and Jasmine, we still vibing, and I'm still have a conversation with Stacy. Me and Stacy was regular, but we was normal. Me and Jasmine, normal. But them two, it was just like, I don't know. And it was more so like Stacy, because Jasmine, she was just like off of it, like, oh, you look cute, girl. Like, she was giving her compliments and stuff like that. Stacy, she was like, okay, thank you. Like, one moment she cool, then the next moment she like, hold on, let me put on my resting bitch face, because I got to show this bitch, like, I'm bothered. Like, I don't know. It was weird. But I don't know. The rest of the trip was cool. Ain't nothing really too much happened. We went back. My sister drove us back to my house. Oh my God, this is the part. Y'all, Stacy ended up leaving before us because she ended up having to go to the train. So, no. We're gonna save that for part 2. Y'all. We're gonna have a part 2 to this, because I feel like this video is extra long. In part 2, it gets crazy, because I almost thought this was like a different day, but this was the same exact day. But y'all already know the drill. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.